Well, thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the show that makes big winners out of the lowest scorers. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, my name's Karen. This is my partner, Colin, and we're from Northwich in Cheshire.
Couple number two.
Hi, my name's Robert. This is my daughter, Kat, and we're from Southfields in London.
Couple number three.
Hi, my name's Nat, and this is my partner, Haz, and we're from Hull.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, my name's Abbas. This is my friend Amir, and we're from South London.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. A very warm welcome to Pointless. It's lovely to have you all here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce, a TV presenter who apparently burns sage to rid spaces of negativity and bad karma. Hence the lovely Sunday roast smell in the studio. It's my Pointless friend, it's Angela Scanlon.
I can confirm that I do. It's not apparently anymore. It is definitive.
How often do you do it?
Once a day, at least.
Really?
Yeah, I also burn frankincense. It kind of smells like a funeral, but weirdly comforting to me. I don't know why.
So the burnt, so you take sage with you everywhere?
I take sage with me and...
And well, you light it and then blow it out and then just waft it round?
Wafty waft.
And
yeah.
it works?
Palo Santo. Who knows?
Palo
You've got to keep
Santo?
Palo Santo. Also a little stick. It's less likely to set the smoke alarm off. So
I see, clever.
Bring one of them in my pocket every
Very
time.
nice. How brilliant.
I think so. Keep the chakras turning, you know?
No, it's very important indeed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you grow the sage yourself, or do you have an extremely rich sage dealer?
I have a couple of sage dealers.
Excellent. Bales of sage being shopped.
Oh, delicious. That's
Excellent.
what you'll get me for Christmas, lads, if anyone's
Certainly.
wondering.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Well, David and Angie won the jackpot in terrific style last time. So today's jackpot starts off back at £1,000. There it is. It's only small, but it'll grow. If everyone's ready, let's play Points. Now, just remember, it's always the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that gets eliminated. I'm looking at our new people. So keep your scores as low as you possibly can, and everything will be terrific. Best of luck to everybody. Our first category today is television. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns actors who directed their own TV shows.
On each board, we are going to show you 7 clues about actors who directed episodes of television series in which they also starred. We will give you the initials of the show, the name of the actor, and the year the programme was first broadcast, although this is not necessarily the year that the actor directed their episodes. Please give us the titles of the TV shows. This is according to imdb.com as of June 2024.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, so let's reveal our first board of 7 shows plus actor, directed, etc. Here we go. C, Peter Falk, 1971. F, Kelsey Grammer, 1993. TRF, Caroline Aherne, 1998. H, Adrian Lester, 2004. TO, Mindy Kaling, 2005. BB, Bryan Cranston, 2008. And THT, Elizabeth Moss, 2017. There we are. Now, Cole, welcome back to Pointless. This is your third show. This is the one where it has to happen. I'm going to be saying that to 2 pairs, obviously. Please don't be offended when I say it to the other pair. It's your last chance to tell us a little bit more about Colin. Let's hear.
I once did a half marathon, and I turned up, due to an admin error, when I turned up to get your bib number, they gave me the number 6, which all the top runners had all the low numbers.
Right.
And I'm a bit of a slow runner.
OK.
So I thought, shall I tell them or... No, I'll keep the number.
I'll keep the number, says Cole.
So,
what could possibly go wrong?
So I put the thing on, you can
Yes.
see people in the changing room looking at your number thinking, well, this fella must be quite handy.
And presumably there's some amazing marathon runner going, 2754? Hang on, what's this?
So I made my way to the start line, got on the front row, set off, arms going like a windmill for the first 100 metres, and then I went like Chariots of Fire mode and went back and back and back and back and back. I did finally finish.
You did finish?
About 2,314.
Well, there we are. That's fun to be at the top.
It was fun.
For a little bit.
Yeah.
For the first sort of 10 seconds.
That's right.
There we go. Cole, What are you going to go for on our board here?
I've got a couple of favourites up there. Let me think. Let's go for the third one down, Carolina Hearn, The Royal Family.
The Royal Family, says Cole. Shall we see how many of our 100 people went for that? The wonderful Royal Family. The Royal Family is absolutely right. Gets us off on exactly the right foot. Look at that, 39. Well done, Cole.
Yes, Carolina Hearn directed 11 episodes. She co-created and co-wrote The Royal Family with co-star Craig Cash. They came up with the idea after 2 series of The Mrs. Merton Show, and she was keen to develop something that didn't have an audience.
Oh, that had a massive TV audience, of course.
Big time.
Growing all
Classic.
the time. Thank you. Robert, welcome to Pointless. It's great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Robert.
I'm an estate agent. I have been for about 40 years, so I'm getting used to a bit of criticism. And we live in London, and we've been there all of Kat's life.
Very good indeed. When you are not selling houses, Robert, what do you like to do?
I enjoy sport very much. Used to play more. I play less now and watch more, but I still like to get around to golfing.
Very good indeed. Robert, I'm going to step aside. What would you like to go for on our board?
I think I'm going to go for the last one, The Handmaid's Tale.
The Handmaid's Tale, Elizabeth Moss. Shall we see how many of our 100 said that? The Handmaid's Tale. It's right. Now, 39 is the only score we have at the moment, and you passed that. Yeah, that's very good indeed. Well done. Single digits. 8 for The Handmaid's Tale.
Elizabeth Moss, she directed several episodes of The Handmaid's Tale, and she said that directing other actors in a scene whilst you're acting is harder than directing yourself.
I should think that's right. Do you know what I would love to see? Is somebody being the first AD on their own show. Because obviously director is the person who sort of lines up all the shots, works out exactly what that sort of artistic side of it. First AD does all the admin, does all the sort of, OK, quiet please on set. Yes, silence, sorry, no drinks on set, all that sort of stuff.
Yes.
And they do all the sort of the shouting on set. That'd be hilarious. Imagine being first AD on your own show.
And then jumping into
And then jumping
character.
into role. OK, turning over.
OK.
Then getting meekly into place. That'd be hilarious. Anyway, sorry, where was I? Haz, welcome to Pointless. It's lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Haz.
Hi, I really like to wear Japanese street fashion. So this dress I'm wearing is inspired by Victorian and Rococo fashions. Lots of my friends wear it as well. And we go to events and have afternoon tea and make trips to museums and other interesting places.
That's fun. So the trip's always to nice, sort of genteel places like museums?
Not always.
Not
Some
always.
people go axe throwing.
But axe throwing in that dress feels wrong.
Usually you have much poofier petticoats as well. So
Wow,
I love a petticoat.
very good. Well, it's a terrific look, Haz. Very strong indeed, if I may say. What would you like to go for on our board?
So I think I only know 2 of them, and I'm only certain about one of them, so I'm going to go with T.O., The Office.
The Office, for Mindy Kaling. Should we see if The Office is right? How many of our 100 said it? The Office, absolutely right. 39 is our high score, and you pass it. Look at that, down to 4, Haz. Superb work.
That was, of course, the US version of The Office. Mindy Kaling directed 2 episodes and wrote 24 episodes. She was only 24 years of age when she first joined as a writer.
Well, how fantastic. What a lovely gig.
Nice gig.
Nice
Overachiever she is.
Yes.
I like her.
Very much indeed. Thank you. Now then, Abbas, great to have you back for your 3rd show.
Yep.
This is the show, Abbas. This is the show. It has to happen this time round.
Yep, for sure.
Tell us a little bit more about yourself, Abbas.
So thinking back to sort of my childhood or early teens, one thing that me and my cousins used to do is make sort of fun remakes of classic films or current TV shows. So we did a whole Home Alone trilogy, and we also did The Apprentice as well. So that was something that was really
That's
fun.
amazing. So you were an actor and director.
Yeah, I did everything.
You did
Acting,
everything?
Directing, the
Directing,
whole credits
writing?
was just my name, just throughout.
It was just
so,
you?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, have you ever watched these back?
Yeah, I have actually recently. It's fun to kind of look back on stuff from years and years ago, especially The Apprentice one, because obviously I had to dress my little cousin up, who was about that tall at the time, in a whole suit and get him to come out of the car and act like Lord Sugar. So yeah, it was.
Oh, so he
proper
was
good
Lord
fun.
Sugar?
Yeah, he was
The
Lord
little
Sugar.
cousin.
Same height too.
Yeah, exactly. yeah.
Abbas, you are the last person to have this board, so if you like, you could fill in all our blanks. What would you like to go for?
I have potential answers for 3 of them, but I'm not actually sure if they're right. So for some reason, the H 2004, I'm thinking Homeland, but I'm not sure. For Bryan Cranston, that's going to be Breaking Bad. And for Kelsey Grammer, I'm assuming that's Friends. But yeah, I think I'm going to play a slightly safe option and say Friends for Kelsey Grammer.
You're going to say Friends for Kelsey Grammer. Well, let's see if that is a safe option. No, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Abbas. That's not right. That scores you 100 points. Sorry about that.
Do you know that one?
I do. It's Frasier.
Scores 41.
And Columbo at the top.
56.
What was it called? Hustle, it was called.
Yes.
That's right.
That
With
would score
Adrian
you
Lester.
15.
Superb.
And then Breaking Bad, which you had 22.
There we go. Thank you
hard
very
luck.
much indeed. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a look at those scores. Has. Very well done. The lowest score of the pass. 4 for you. Superb. 8 is where we find Robert and Kat. 39 is where we find Cole and Karen. And then up to 100, Abbas and Amir. I'm so sorry. You're way ahead there. But who knows? There could be another slip up in the next pass. Amir, let's get a lovely low score from you. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, I am now going to put 7 more clues to actors who starred in and directed their own TV shows. Here is our next board of 7. We have D, Larry Hagman, 1978. F, David Schwimmer, 1994. H, Hugh Laurie, 2004. HIMYM, Neil Patrick Harris, 2005. WR, Angela Griffin, 2006. E, Taraji P. Henson, 2015. And TB, Io Edebiri, 2022. Now then, Amir, welcome back to Pointless. First off, tell us more about yourself, Amir. This is your last chance to fill us in.
One thing I really enjoy is playing football. And
Yeah.
recently, me and Abbas have entered a football tournament. And it started off a bit slow, but the team's slowly getting the hang of it, and we're getting better.
This is very good. So you're still in the tournament, are
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
It's ongoing.
Yeah.
And you're all learning each other's strengths.
Exactly, yeah.
Starting to play as a team.
Yep, yeah.
Very good. Well, that's the way to do it, Amir. You're on 100 at the moment. You are our high scorers, but you've got this lovely new board.
Yeah.
How's that board looking for you?
I know a couple only, but they're probably very high. So I think I'm going to go with How I Met Your Mother.
Neil Patrick Harris. When we were much younger, Neil Patrick Harris and I, we don't know each other, but when you used to do Doogie Howser, and we were really quite young, everybody said that we looked the same. And as we've got older, we've sort of continued to look a bit... I'm flattering myself here. I mean, you know, I'm aware of that. But I get it all the time.
Yeah.
All my life I've had Neil Patrick Harris.
More so than
alikes.
Mark Rylance.
More than Mark Rylance, but both of them flatter me.
Yeah, great.
Must be said.
Take whatever's
Thank you.
going.
I'll take them both with both hands. So yes, How I Met Your Mother, Neil Patrick Harris. Shall we see how many of our 100 said that? No red line for you as you're the high scorers. It is right. And down he goes to 21, taking your total up to 121.
Yes, your twin directed 1 episode. There were 208 episodes in total made, with 196 of those being directed by the executive producer, Pamela Fryman. And Neil Patrick Harris was the only cast member who got a chance to direct.
Who is allowed to do it? And they only let him do it once.
Just the once, that'll
Just the
do.
once.
Enough
And you'd have to
damage.
go- yeah, you have to go back and say, can I do it again? Yes, of course, of course. Maybe not this series.
Next time.
Next time.
Nah.
Thank you very much indeed. Nat, welcome to Pointless. Wonderful to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Nat.
So last year, Haz and I adopted a cat. When we were training him to be on his own, we used to put Your Radio Show on for him. So the first time that we watched Pointless, he was convinced you were in the room and tried to climb behind the TV so he could probably rub around your ankles. He's that kind of cat.
But that's the loveliest thing ever. What's your cat called?
Sir Lancelot.
Sir Lancelot. No, here, Sir Lancelot. So there we are. Hi there. Ooh! That was me being tickled by the song. How exciting. I'm also wonderfully stylish. Tell us about what you are wearing. What
I'm wearing
mood?
vintage reproduction fashion, which is another thing that we both do together, but less of a community there.
Well, there should be. Bring them together. Nat, I have terrific news for you. You are on 4. Even if you were to score 100 points, you are through to round 2, come what may. So what would you like to go for on our board?
I think maybe H and Hugh Laurie for House.
House, you're going to go for. Shall we see how many of our 100 said House? No red line for you. You're already through. House is right. That goes down to 32, taking your total up to 36. This is terrific.
Hugh Laurie directed 2 episodes. In February 2008, House was awarded a Guinness World Record for being the most popular show on TV. Then in 2011, Hugh Laurie received a world record for being the most watched leading man on telly due to the show's popularity.
That's extraordinary.
Isn't
I mean,
it?
what an accolade.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's brilliant, but I didn't know he got all of that as well.
I didn't know it was that big.
Well, yes.
There you go. If
Wow.
Guinness tells you it is, it is.
It is. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Kat, welcome to Point. It's great to have you here. Tell us all about yourself, Kat.
I've just started university in Hull, studying
Very good.
environmental science.
Very good
Very
indeed.
exciting.
In Hull. That's where you are. If you ever wanted some tea and some crinolines, there we are. OK, Kat, that's very exciting. You've literally just started.
Literally a couple of weeks
So
ago.
just as you were settling in, beginning to get to know people and understand your routine, we've wrenched you out
Yep.
to come and answer quiz questions. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
But it seems to be going OK.
Yeah.
And they
it's
seem to
a
be
lot of
nice.
fun.
Everyone seems
Everyone's
to be OK.
lovely, actually.
Good.
Yeah.
You're on 8, by the way. You're through to the next round. Doesn't matter what you score. What would you like to go for?
I'd like to go with TB, the bear.
TB, the bear, for Io Adebari. Shall we see if the bear is right? You don't get a red line because you're through. The bear is right. The bear is very right. In fact, it's 5 right. Very well done indeed. That takes your total up to 13. Superb.
Io Adebari directed 1 episode in 2024, and after being offered the opportunity, she joined the Directors Guild of America and took one of their courses. Have you seen The Bear?
I've not seen the bear.
So good.
Oh, good.
So good.
Such a good tip. Well, there
It's
we are.
very frantic. The first episode
Good.
feels like an assault on the senses, which is not really my, flavour of telly. But actually, you can ease
good.
into it.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Karen, welcome back for the last time. The last time we'll get to have our little chat at the top of a show. What have you got to tell us today?
I used to sing on stage in pubs and clubs in my younger days.
What sort of, were you sort of jazz?
I did a lot of jazz and
Yeah.
blues.
Oh, you must
Yeah.
have had an amazing, well, I bet you still have an amazing voice. It's
Well-
wonderful, I can hear it.
Not as good as it used to be. My claim to fame is I actually had an audition. Well, I didn't realise it was an audition with the group Berlin,
Wow.
and they offered to take me over to America to cut a record. But the person I was engaged to at the time said, if you go with them, we're finished. So I chose him, and they cut Take My Breath
Take
Away.
my breath away. Oh, Karen. Oh, no. But here you are on Pointers with
And I
lovely
met
Cole. Actually, where are they, Berlin?
Yeah.
Have they got over Take My Breath Away? Will they ever stop talking about it? No.
Not even a great song.
Exactly. I mean, you've got Cole.
Yeah.
OK,
Thank you.
now, Karen, you're on 39. 81 or less gets you into the next round.
Yes.
Talk us through the board.
I only know a couple. I know Angela Griffin's Waterloo Road, but because that's been revamped, she'll most probably be well known. And the only other one is Larry Hagman, Dallas.
OK, that's the one you want to go for. Dallas, Larry Hagman. Here is your red line. Lovely and high. Can we get you below that with Dallas? We can, and we do. Look at that. Very well done indeed, Karen. That goes down to 51. Takes your total up to a lovely round 90.
Larry Hagman, who played J.R., of course, directed 32 episodes. Patrick Duffy, who was his brother Bobby, that was not a great accent, directed 29. And Linda Gray Sue Ellen directed 5. Do you know the rest?
Friends, David Schwimmer, yeah.
Yes, that would get you 68.
Waterloo Road, as Karen said.
Actually, it would have been a much better answer for you guys. 15. And then Empire.
Is Taraji P. Henson.
Yes, for 7.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, that brings us to the end of our first round. It means we have to say goodbye to our first pair. And Amir and Abbas, I'm so sorry. This is the end of the road for you. It's been brilliant having you on the show. Thank you so much for coming to play. I'm sorry we haven't seen you into the head-to-head and beyond. But as I say, it's been great having you. Thank you. Amir and Abbas. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it is now time for round 2. Well, look at that. Through we come to round 2. And as ever, I've got some plaudits to hand out. Haz, you were our lowest individual scorer in that round. Very well done indeed. Kat and Robert, our lowest combined scorers. So terrific work on that middle podium. Terrific work everywhere, to be honest, but well done. Our category for round 2 today is American politics. Can you all decide in your pairs who wants to go first, who wants to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many US presidents with 2 or more different vowels in their surname as they could. Angela.
We are looking for just the surnames of presidents of the United States whose surnames contain 2 or more different vowels. This is up to September 2024. Good luck.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Karen, who would you like to go for?
Washington.
Washington. Very good. Washington. Should we see how many of our 100 said that? Washington is right. Down it goes to 34. Solid start.
George Washington was the first president and the only one not to have lived in the White House. It was completed when his successor was in office.
So where did he live, I wonder? Maybe he commuted in from outside.
Possibly.
Came in on the coach.
Yeah, or a different coloured house, maybe.
Maybe, yes. Just a brown house.
Just a brown
So many
old
are.
house.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Robert, whom would you like to go for?
Coolidge.
Coolidge, says Robert. Shall we see how many of our 100 said Coolidge? Coolidge is right. 34 is the only score we have at the moment, and you passed that with Coolidge. Look at that, down to 2, Robert. This is very strong.
Calvin Coolidge was sworn in as president by his own father in the family home at nearly 3 a.m. after the previous president had died in office.
Oh, I see. It's like an emergency birth.
Yeah.
Call in the father to take the swearing in.
Or the opposite of a citizen's arrest.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll swear you in.
Exciting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. Nat, who are you going to go for?
McKinley?
McKinley, says Nat. This is just fantastic. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. McKinley. McKinley's right. 34, still our high score. 2, our low. You passed the high score. You passed the low as well. Look at that. Very well done indeed, Nat. 1 for McKinley. This is superb.
William McKinley, assassinated in 1901, and from that point on, all US presidents had round-the-clock Secret Service protection. You kind of imagine they would have anyway.
Wow. In those days, they didn't have little wires. They had cups on string, which they hung off their ears.
What goes on in your noggin?
Thank you very much indeed. We're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. 1 is the best score of the pass. Very well done indeed. Nat. 2 is where we find Robert and Kat. 34 is where we find Col and Karen. You're a little bit ahead, but anything could happen in the next pass. But let's have a lovely low score from you, Col. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, now, Haz. Look at that. You've been set up so beautifully by Nat. 1 is your score at the moment. 32 or less gets you into the head-to-head.
So Nat actually took my answer.
Oh, I can't believe it.
So I'm going with Jackson.
Jackson. It's another great answer. Here is your red line. Can we get you below that with Jackson? Yes, we can. Oh, down it goes to 3. This is absolutely terrific, taking your total up to 4.
Andrew Jackson was a strict officer during the War of 1812, which gave him the nickname Old Hickory, since he was unbending as a tree and as tough as wood. Tough as wood, I like that.
Tough as wood.
I always heard as tough as
old
old
iron,
boots.
maybe, or tough as iron. As tough as
Yeah.
wood.
I mean, if wood is wet, it's actually not that tough at
Well, it depends
all.
what wood it is. Balsa, really not that tough. I mean, there are tough woods, we know.
Oak, tough enough.
Certainly tough. Seasoned oak, yeah, absolutely.
Very tough.
Tough as wood. Now, Kat, you're on 2. Another terrific score in the first pass, which means if you can score 31 or less, through you go.
I think I'm going to go with Eisenhower.
Eisenhower, says Kat. You get a red line. There it is, Eisenhower. Eisenhower is right. Through you go. Down it goes to 13. Very well done indeed, taking your total up to 15.
This one's for you, Robert. Dwight Eisenhower was an avid golfer and had a putting green installed on the White House lawn, and he got rid of squirrels as well because they were wrecking it.
Really? They wreck putting greens?
I suppose they do. They're not big into golf, apparently.
No, they're not. No, I've seen that.
No.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Cole. Cole, you're on 34, I'm sorry to say, which is our high score, even before you've given a brilliant answer. What brilliant answer would you like to give?
Last one, it's checkmate, so let's go for... I think he was the first one, was it John Adams?
OK, Adams, says Cole. No red line for you, I'm afraid, as you are the high scorers, but let's see how far down the column we get with Adams. No, I'm so sorry. That scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 134. Sorry.
It's just the one vowel, Adams, isn't it? There were only 9 pointless answers, so before we look at them, I'll give you some of the low scorers. 5 points for Wilson, 3 points for Madison, 2 points for Harrison, and 1 point for Arthur, as in Chester Arthur, and Monroe, as in James Monroe. And here are the pointless answers. Buchanan, Cleveland, Fillmore, Garfield, Harding, Hayes, Pierce, Taylor, and Van Buren. Well done if you got one of those at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. That brings us to the end of our second round, and it means we have to say goodbye to Cole and Karen. And again, it's another of these firm farewells. I'm sorry we're not sending you home with a trophy, but it's really lovely to have had you on the show. Thank you so much, Cole and Karen. You've been terrific. But for our 2 remaining pairs, now time for the head-to-head. Very well done indeed, Kat, Robert, Nat and Haz. You are now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £1,000. However, before we play the head-to-head, we have a chance to put some more money into that jackpot by seeing if we can truffle out a couple of pointless answers. So just for fun, here goes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many songs from animated films as they could. Angela.
You'll see 6 options. 2 are scoring, 2 are pointless, and 2 are not titles of songs written for animated film soundtracks at all. £250 in the jackpot for each pointless answer. Good luck.
Thank you very much indeed. So, can you find the 2 pointless songs from animated films among these 6? And I give you Accidentally in Love, Everything is Awesome, They'll Soon Discover, Tomorrow Comes Today, Try Everything, 2 Hops Behind. There we are. Does anybody know anything? Now is a good time to share it with the room.
Try Everything's from Zootropolis.
Everything is Awesome is
That's
presumably...
the Lego film, the Lego movie.
Which is an animation,
Yeah.
yes. But probably not pointless.
I don't know.
Thought I'd be better at this than
thought
I
you'd
am.
be better at
2
this
Hops
as well.
Behind might be from that.
Oh, Hops, the rabbit Easter film.
OK, well, I'm going to come to you first. Then, Kat and Robert, what would you like to nominate as a pointless song from an animated film?
Go for that one. 2 Hops Behind.
I don't think.
No?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to? You.
2 Hops Behind.
OK, 2 Hops Behind. Is that a pointless song from an animated film? Oh, no, bad luck. Bad luck. Nat and Haz.
What do you think?
What are you thinking of?
I feel like Accidentally in Love sounds
It sounds like it could be plausible.
Accidentally in Love?
Yeah.
Should we do that? Is Accidentally in Love a pointless song from an animated film? It's a song from an animated film. It's so long since we've had a pointless answer in this bonus round. I'm really hoping this is going to be it. Oh, no! Oh, well, there we are.
That is by Counting Crows from Shrek 2. But not pointless. 2 Hops Behind, there's no such thing. But 1 Jump Ahead is a song from Aladdin, but I don't think that's what you were thinking of either. And the other red herring is Tomorrow Comes Today, and that is a UK top 40 single by Gorillaz, an animated band. Everything is Awesome is by Tegan and Sarah, featuring The Lonely Island from the Lego Movie. That was mentioned, would have scored you 2. And then the 2 pointless answers. They'll Soon Discover. That's by the Shins from the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. And Shakira from Zootropolis. You had it right. Try Everything. Also pointless.
Thank you very much indeed. And I'm afraid the drought goes on. One day we'll get a bonus round right. I'm afraid we didn't find any pointless answers. Let's play the head-to-head. Now, as ever, the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, and you are now allowed to confer before you give your answers. Best of luck to everybody. Here is our first question, and it's all about winter sports. Angela.
We're going to show you 5 pictures of people taking part in winter sports, along with each sport's initials. Please name the sports.
Thank you very much indeed. Can you name these 5 winter sports? And here they come. We have A, I, C. B, P-I-H. C, S-S. D, R. And E, S. There are our 5 winter sports. Now, Kat and Robert, you're our low scorers. You get to go first.
Do you know ice?
No, it says ice climbing and something ice.
Ice super ice.
Should we go for paradise?
I think so.
We gonna say para ice hockey for B.
Para ice hockey for B. Now then, Nat and Haz, can you talk us through the rest of that board?
Well, I think A is probably ice climbing. That makes sense.
Yeah,
C is speed skating?
that fits.
Yeah.
I
don't know
don't
D.
know D.
And obviously E is snowboarding.
Yeah.
So I don't think any of those would be better than para ice hockey, if that's right. So do you want to go for speed skating and take a risk in case?
Yes, I think
Is that
so.
what you think? Okay.
Yeah.
Speed skating for
Speed
C.
skating for C, say Nat and Haz. We have para ice hockey and we have speed skating. Kat and Robert went for para ice hockey. Should we see how many of our 100 said that? Para ice hockey is right. Very good indeed. Down that goes to 14. Meanwhile, Nat and Haz taking a bit of a punt here on C and going for speed skating. Is it right, speed skating? And if it is, how many people said it? Speed skating, absolutely spot on. Down that goes to 42. That means very well done, Kat and Robert. After 1 question, you're up 1-0.
You nailed that board, almost. You could have gone for snowboarding, 36. It would have been a slightly better score. Ice climbing was 49. And then the only pointless answer on the board, ringette. A fast, non-contact sport similar to ice hockey, but with a ring instead of a puck.
There we are. Well, thank you very much indeed. Now then, here is our second question. Nat and Haz, you've got to win this one to stay in the game. So good luck. Our second question is all about social media challenges.
We are going to give you 5 descriptions of popular TikTok challenges along with alternating letters of their names. Please tell us the name of these challenges.
Thank you very much indeed. So can you identify these social media challenges? And we have a plastic container filled with water is thrown into the air so that it rotates and lands upright. BTLFI. Impossible puzzle involving 2 people holding 2 interlocked pieces of cloth, which they must try to untangle. TWL. Set to the song by Sierra, pets jump over walls of toilet roll that gradually increase in height. LVLU. People mime the words to popular songs and speeches while the original audio plays in the background. LPSN. And while using a filter which gives the illusion that they can't see, the user pretends to guess how many fingers someone is holding up. COEEE. There we are. Now, Nat and Haz will go first.
I think that one's towel. That one is clothes eyes, I think. Do you want to go for towel? If that's what you want. I think we're going to go for towel for the second one.
You are going to go for towel for the impossible puzzle involving 2 people holding interlocked pieces of cloth. Towel. Now then, Kat and Robert, can you talk us through that board?
I think the first one's bottle flip. I think the third one's level up. And then the fourth one lip sync. And then I can't think what the last one could be. Can you?
I have no idea.
I can't yeah?
Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, that's just what I feel like was set with the blanks.
for it.
So we'll go for third, level up.
OK, level up. So we have towel and we have level up. Nat and Haz went for towel. Shall we see how many of our 100 people said that? Towel. Towel is right. Good answer. Down goes towel to 22. Meanwhile, Kat and Robert have gone for level up for the middle one. Should we see how many of our 100 people said level up? Level up is right. 22 is what it has to beat, and it does. Down it goes to 17. Very well done indeed, Kat and Robert. After only 2 questions, you're straight through to the final, 2-0.
Do you know any of these, Sandra? Are you a big TikToker?
Massive TikToker. Massive. I have an enormous following on TikTok.
OK, you and Gordon Ramsay.
Yes, me and Gordon Ramsay. Bottle flip. Kat went through these brilliantly, I think.
Yes,
Bottle
27 for bottle flip.
Lip sync, absolutely.
47. And the final one, Nat and Has. I heard you two saying it.
Closed. Closed eyes.
Closed eyes. Scored 1. I know, I could hear you guys.
Goodness me.
Closed eyes. Yeah,
Closed
hard luck.
eyes. There we are. Well, thank you very much indeed. The pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round. I mean, you're both on your first show. And here you both are in this exciting head-to-head. But I'm afraid, Nat and Has, this is where we say goodbye to you. We'll see you next time. Look forward. Can't wait to see what you're going to be wearing. Apart from anything else. But meanwhile, thank you very much for playing, Nat and Has. For Kat and Robert, though, time for the pointless final. Well, huge congratulations, Kat and Robert. You have fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win the pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £1,000. So the big question is, what would you like to see come up? What's going to help you win that?
Geography,
Geography.
maybe.
OK. Yeah. Bit of history, maybe. Cricket, maybe.
Pop culture. Is that a category?
Pop culture. Yeah,
Maybe.
you can do that one.
OK, well, shall we see what the 4 choices are going to be? As ever, there will be random and possibly quite baffling race across the world, art and literature prizes, German experimental rock and electronic music, and the 2023 Men's Rugby Union World Cup. What do we think?
We're going to go with rugby, aren't we?
We'll go with rugby, please.
OK, the 2023 Men's Rugby World Cup.
OK, we are looking for the name of anybody who played for either South Africa or New Zealand in the 2023 Men's Rugby Union World Cup final. This includes the starting 15s and anyone who came on as a replacement. Or we are looking for the full name of the head coach of any team at the time it participated in the 2023 Men's Rugby Union World Cup. The very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. If you come up with 3 pointless answers, we will throw in a £500 bonus. Are you ready?
Yes,
OK,
sorry.
let's put
ready.
60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
OK, so this is where I've gone completely blank on,
That's
on
okay.
players. I'm thinking head coach is Andy Farrell.
Okay.
Is a possibility. Probably Warren Gatland. And probably Eddie Jones, I think, might have been involved.
Yeah, maybe.
But I can barely think of any players in those teams. And if I could summon one to mind, it certainly wouldn't be pointless.
That's okay.
Can you remember the names I've already told you? Because I probably can't. I think we, I think we have a plan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounds
I think so.
solid-ish.
Yeah,
OK, you happy?
yeah.
Shall we stop the clock? There we are. We'll
Thank you.
stop the clock. Let's have your 3 answers.
I'm going to go for 3 coaches.
Yes,
Andy Farrell,
Andy Farrell,
Warren Gatland,
Warren Gatland,
Eddie Jones.
and Eddie Jones. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
Andy Farrell,
Andy Farrell will put last. Least likely to be pointless?
Eddie Jones.
Eddie Jones, and then
think.
Gatland goes in the middle.
Yeah.
OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they are. We have Eddie Jones, Warren Gatland, Andy Farrell. Now, if one of these turns out to be pointless, you'll be leaving here with £1,000. What would you like to do with that, Kat?
I mean, selfishly, it would help with the uni.
Well, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I I think you probably want to put it towards like a nicer kitchen or a holiday.
I suspect it's going in your direction,
It's
isn't
probably
it?
going towards
yeah.
you.
Maybe a holiday.
Yeah.
Maybe a holiday.
Yeah.
Well, that would be nice. Well, let's hope one of these
Yeah.
answers does it for you. Eddie Jones is your first answer. In all three cases, we're looking for the head coaches from the Rugby Union World Cup 2023. Shall we find out how many of our 100 people said Eddie Jones? Eddie Jones is right. If Eddie Jones goes all the way down to 0, you will be leaving here with £1,000. We go down through the teens, into single figures, still going down with Eddie Jones to 2. OK. That's better than you might have expected, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good
I thought it
indeed.
was
So we
wrong.
now move on to Warren Gatland. Let's see how many of our 100 people named Warren Gatland as a head coach for £1,000. Might he be pointless? Warren Gatland, also a correct answer. Well, Eddie Jones took us down to 2. Warren Gatland now taking us down into single figures. Still going down with Warren Gatland, still going down, passing 2 to 1. OK. If you've ordered this well, by rights, Andy Farrell should be on the money. Should win you that £1,000. Should we find out? Andy Farrell, again, same criteria. How many people named Andy Farrell as head coach? Well, Andy Farrell is also right. Eddie Jones took us to 2. Warren Gatland took us to 1. Andy Farrell taking us down dutifully through the teens, into single figures, still going down, passing 2. You've done it! Very well done! Beautifully ordered. Huge congratulations. We got there. I mean, just perfect ramping there. Yes, Andy Farrell has just won you £1,000. Huge congratulations.
Excruciating, but pride well and truly intact, Robert. Well done. And you won with the Ireland coach as well. Let's have a look at some of the pointless answers, shall we? Starting with players in the final. So, you could have had Bowden Barrett, Handré Pollard, Richie Mo'unga and Sia Khaleesi, South Africa's captain. In fact, everyone was pointless apart from Shannon Frizzell. Moving on to the head coaches, here are some of the pointless answers you could have had. There he is now, Andy Farrell up top, Fabien Gauthier, France, Michael Cheika of Argentina, and Simon Raiwalui of Fiji. The only scoring answers here were Eddie Jones, head coach of Australia, Gregor Townsend for Scotland, Steve Borthwick, England, and Warren Gatland, Wales. Everyone else was pointless. Well done at home if you got a pointless answer.
Thank you very much indeed, Angela. And thanks once again to our winning players, Kat and Robert, who take away today's jackpot of £1,000. Join us next time when we'll be putting more obscure knowledge to the test on Pointless. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Angela.
Bye-bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.